Didn't somebody once say that there is no truly selfless act? Something like that? I do not like the brown Gucci canvas. I just don't like the brown. So why did I buy it? Before I do this, because I know a lot of you said don't buy that. Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I have done a lot of shopping in 2024. So in today's video, let's take a look at my best and my worst purchases this year. And one of my absolute best purchases has to be this Chanel sequins flat bag. I absolutely adore this bag. Now, I completely appreciate that this is not going to be for everyone. Not everyone is going to wear a multicolour sequins bag to go and do the grocery shopping. Not everyone is going to wear this bag to take their 5-year-old birthday party, but I do, so it works for me. I have no difficulties wearing bright, out there sequins bags just for the mundane everyday activities. To me, that's where I use a lot of my bags because I am a mum of 2 young small boys. I have 4 dogs, so it's not all glamour and glitz over here. So if I want to go and buy the sequins and the fun and the fabric, I have to get on board with the fact that I have to be able to use those on a daily basis, and that's why this works so well for me. I appreciate this bag would not work for everyone. I appreciate there's going to be a lot of people that would buy this bag and it would sit on the shelf and it probably wouldn't get that much use. But for me, in my wardrobe, I have no difficulty wearing this just on a day-to-day basis. When I first looked at this bag, I used to refer to it as the lightning bolt or the rainbow bag. I don't think I actually realised at the start that it's a massive CC when you open the flap and you can see the different colours in it. But for me now, this is one of my absolute favourite bags in my whole collection. I would wear this with what I'm wearing today. And this will completely clash with the print on this Louis Vuitton jumper. And that's okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind that this clashes with things. I don't mind that sometimes it's conflicting with different patterns. I love it that much. I just wear it. So I wear this bag probably a lot more than I thought I would since I bought it. I bought this in New York in the summer. You're going to see a lot of New York purchases on this list because that was a very successful shopping trip, but this was absolutely one of the highlights. This is one of my favourite bags of all time, and I know that's a big statement sitting in this room, but this bag for me has been an absolute win. Another favourite of my purchases of this year have been these Dior jeans. I adore these. I wear these jeans to death. Sometimes I have to remind myself, Amelia, you have to take those off and wash them because they've been worn now far too much. But I love them. The fit of these jeans is so flattering. They're a great dark denim. I love the cuff on them. This turn up on the bottom is the Dior oblique. And I think they're just a really good staple purchase in my wardrobe. This is something that I wear over and over again. I have been wearing this with my Adidas Sambas and a jumper, a plain black jumper or a navy jumper. And I love the jeans that much. It works, and put a fabulous bag beside it and that's all you need. Now, I don't get the credit for these jeans. When we were in New York, Lisa from Luxury and Life in the Middle said, oh, there's a pair of Dior jeans that I would like to go and try on while we're shopping. Oh, of course, Lisa, I have no intention of buying Dior ready to wear, so absolutely I will come with you and I will keep my money safely in my pocket. Yeah, that's what happened, Amelia. That's what happened. She tried them on. She showed them to me with this. Lisa got them as well. They're beautiful, they're fabulous, they're wonderful, wonderful jeans, and I think these for me have been one of my absolute best purchases and wins this year. Next, and we're still in New York. We're still in New York with this fabulous Louis Vuitton varsity jacket, which I just love and adore. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will be sick looking at this jacket, that Chanel sequins bag, and those Dior jeans. Because I went through a phase, okay? I went through a phase when nearly every picture on my Instagram is with those things, but it's because I love them that much. And for me, when I'm going to spend this amount of hard-earned money, I'm okay that I love it that much and it's featuring on my Instagram that much. This jacket I think is amazing. Now, I did get this oversized. I think this is a 38, but it's quite big fitting. I probably could have went down a size and it still would have looked oversized and okay. There are times I think this maybe looks a little bit big, but because I'm okay with the oversized look, that doesn't bother me and I wear it anyway. I wear this a lot. I took this to Paris. I wore this recently in Dublin. I wore it with my Mini Kelly. I just think it's a great jacket. I think it's I have a lot of bomber jackets. I really like that style, but the lemon colours and the navy and the burgundy I think just make it a little bit different, whereas the vast majority of mine have a black in it somewhere, a black colour block somewhere. So this one for me, Great, great purchase. I adore it. One of my best, and I can see myself wearing this for a huge length of time. We could not be doing my best purchases of 24 or of ever, or since I started this crazy luxury addiction handbag journey, whatever we're calling it. Hello. Welcome, Miss Hermes Mini Kelly. I adore this thing. How does this tiny little like rectangle typey, triangle-y typey shaped bag evoke such a reaction in me and such an emotion? I adore this bag. I don't know why I love this bag so much. I am sure that there's other bags in this room that are more aesthetically interesting, that you would think would be more my style because they're sequins or they're bright or they're fabric or there's prints on them. No, I love her. I love her a lot, to the point that I would like to collect the Mini Kelly in every single colour of the rainbow. Now, they're very, very expensive. And the reason that I have not previously bought more Mini Kellys is because they're very, very expensive. On the resale market, these are crazy. But could you imagine them all lined up on one of those shelves in all the bright colours? Oh, that would just be fabulous. She is one of my best purchases this year. One of my best purchases ever. I adore this bag. And I'm so grateful that I finally have her. But she has kind of sparked a bit of an addiction within an addiction, because let's be honest, we've already got a lot of bags going on around here, and now this subcategory is one that I would like to grow. But I need to be a little bit more sensible. But she's beautiful and she's fabulous. Next is a bag that I started the year by saying, I'm not buying that. Yes, it's a hot bag. Yes, it's a fabulous bag. It's on the to buy lists, but I'm not buying it. I have no need for a Loewe squeeze bag. It's too big. Why would I want to put that across me? No, I like all of these. Famous last words, Amelia. And if you watched my recent video where I had to eat a lot of my words on the things I've said on Tinternet, this is a very large example of that. I love this bag. I bought this bag in October in Paris. This has been one of my most used bags this year, even though I only bought this 2 months ago. And it's because it's very usable. Who'd have known? Who would have known that a bigger bag that you can wear across you, that you can put all your things in, your hat, your book, your children's drink, all the things fit in here, and it's very easy to use. Who would have thought that a bigger bag, Amelia, would be easier to use? But it really is. And since I bought this bag, I realised how much of a gap in my handbag wardrobe that I had with an easy to use bigger crossbody bag, and this just fills it. I have just been taking this out when the boys are with me, throwing things in, and it's fab, and it has definitely been one of my best purchases, even though I started the year by saying I'm not buying that. Every time I wear this next little beauty of a purchase, my husband says that I look like something out of Steptoe and Son. Or what was the other one he said? Only Fools and Horses. Now I'm showing my age. But I think they're cool. I think they're fab. He thinks they're ridiculous, but we don't care what he thinks around here. These are my Chanel fingerless gloves in the tweed that I bought pre-loved in New York again. New York has a lot to answer for, but in my defence, I didn't really shop last year until we went to New York in August. I knew we were going there. I knew we were going to hit it hard. So I bought very little in the 8 months before that. And then I made up for it in New York. And these are fab. Now, they do have the CCs sewn into them in tweed, but you wouldn't really see it. That is not the reason I bought them. Some might say, oh yes, they're a little bit more understated. No, there was a pink and black pair where the CC was black leather, and those were the ones that I initially wanted, but they were too small for my big hands. So these being discreet was a fluke, really, and I would have been happily wearing the ones with the big tacky CC on them because, you know, that's my style. But I just love them. I have been wearing these so much. You will have seen them if you follow me on TikTok and watch my kind of day-to-day videos or my vlogs. If you've watched the Dublin vlogs or you're on Instagram, you will see these a lot in the videos whenever I'm maybe looking at bags or out and about, because I've been wearing these basically daily. They are navy, but I've been wearing them with my black suits for work. I love that I can still use my phone. I can still get at things. Yes, your fingers get cold. I've been asked that. Yes, they do. But I still love them, and I would buy more fingerless gloves. I'm really glad that this trend is back. And I didn't know the trend was back when I bought them, but I am loving these. These are not everybody's taste. Some people, lots of people, are going to think these look ridiculous. I'm sure they do, my husband included. but I love them and these are one of my best this year. Talking of said husband, next is something I actually bought for him, and with doing this crazy handbag addiction, social media type stuff, it leads to a lot of trips. It leads to me going away quite a lot. Let's blame Meredith for some of that, but we're not going to blame myself, but it does lead to a lot of trips. And he, obviously, when I'm on those trips, is here with our 2 young children and 4 dogs. So when I was in New York this year, I brought him home the Louis Vuitton Meteor aftershave that you can get engraved as well. So I got his initials on it. And I love this. I love the smell of this. So I love the smell of this on him. And oh, it's beautiful, beautiful aftershave. Meteor, I think, is one of Louis Vuitton's best fragrances for men. I think it's beautiful. So I am going to put that down as one of my best purchases of the year, even though it was for him, because I get to smell it on him. Didn't somebody once say that there is no truly selfless act? Something like that? Probably I'm fitting into that at the moment because yes, I bought this for him, but I love to smell it on him and I love this aftershave. So I'm putting this down as one of my best purchases of the year. See how kind and giving and sharing I am? And last of my best purchases, I could have went through a lot of my bags because I'm going to be honest, I have far more best purchases this year than worst purchases. Thank goodness at these prices. I have learned a lot of lessons from buying luxury and being involved in this for so long that I am getting better at knowing what works for me and what I actually love and what I'm just getting caught up in or what I have niggling doubts about, and listen to those doubts. Always listen to the doubts. So there's a lot more on the best side than the worst side this year, which is great. But rather than bore you with every single handbag that I've bought this year, because we've already got a video on everything that I've bought and sold this year, I have kind of tried to restrict this to the really standout, fabulous, brilliant purchases of the year. And another one has to be these Gucci sunglasses. Now, I bought these, sorry about the ring light, I bought these in the airport going to the Maldives in January, which was a absolute highlight of this year. It was amazingly fabulous and I was with one of my oldest long-term best friends and I lost my Chanel sunglasses just before we went because, you know, that was smart and obviously I look after my things. Do you, Amelia? So anyway, no sunglasses, and on the way through Dublin Airport, I picked these up because I needed sunglasses, obviously, but they've been one of my best purchases. These are my favourite sunglasses at the moment. If you watched my recent Dublin vlog, I did an unboxing at the end and I shared with you new sunglasses, which are really quite cool, but I've only got them, so I haven't had the chance to wear them, and the sunglasses I've been wearing most all of this year are these Gucci ones. I love them. I just think they're really easy to wear. I like the size of them. I like how dark they are. They cover a lot of my wrinkles, said 2 small children and 43 years old, but they cover a lot of hidden sins and they just help. I think they're a great look and a great shape on my face, and they're big enough to cover a lot of, you know, lack of sleep and all of that stuff. So these are definitely one of my best purchases this year. Sticking with sunglasses and moving to my worst purchases of the year, or my fails, have to be these Louis Vuitton sunglasses. And this has nothing to do with the glasses. This is one of those it's not you, it's me moments. Hi, yeah, I'm the problem, it's me, said Taylor. These, I just can't seem to get my size right. I had these previously in the beautiful blue colour. They were stunning, stunning sunglasses. But I was constantly doing this because they kept slipping down, because there's different sizes in the sunglasses and I keep getting it wrong in Louis Vuitton and I keep buying the bigger ones. Now these aren't just as bad as what the blue ones were. These actually are the sunglasses I have in the car at the moment. I can actually wear these without being driven completely mad with them slipping down my face. I'm going to try and take these to the optician and see if I can get these tightened a bit, because I really like the shape of them. I love how black they are. I like the little Louis Vuitton detail down the side. I just think they're a beautiful pair of sunglasses. So I'm going to try and make them work. And I bought these in New York with Meredith, but one of the worst purchases has to be because they're too big and I just keep not getting the size right. But I'm going to try and fix them. I'm hanging in there with them because they're beautiful and they're a great shape, but why don't I just ask for the smaller size? Next on this side of the list has to be the Gucci Boston Blooms bag. Now, I have sold this bag, so it's not a complete fail on the worst purchases, but what was I doing? I have always loved this collection. I love the painted flowers on this. I bought this on a vlog sale from another YouTuber and it was very reasonable price compared to what some of these are. The reason I had never bought that collection before, and the reason you don't see a lot of Gucci bags sitting around me, is I do not like the brown Gucci canvas. I just don't like the brown. So why did I buy it? Because I saw the flowers and the flowers were pretty and they were painted on it and I really liked the flowers. And the thing with the Gucci Blooms collection is if you buy the pink flowers, which is what I liked, they're against the backdrop of the brown canvas. If you buy the blue flowers, they're against the backdrop of the navy canvas. I personally think the navy Gucci canvas is much better and nicer than the brown. Works for me much better. But I wanted the pink flowers. And also on the pink flowers, it has like a deep burgundy, slightly pink leather trim, and that's leather for it. The leather would have worked better for me if it had been a brighter version of pink, say. But even then, it was the brown canvas that I don't love. But I wanted a piece of that collection, so I bought it anyway. And I bought it quite impulsively. And that's something I do, but I have sold it on. I am getting better at realising when things don't work. It is a great bag. It's light. I had taken it to Legoland with my boys. I took it when we were going to the park with them. It was a very easy to use light bag. I think I used it maybe 3 or 4 times, and then somebody in the vlog sale said, or when I was clearing out my bags, like, I would love to buy that bag. So when I was keeping it just because it was useful the odd time and somebody really wanted it and was going to love it, I thought it was best to sell it on. So it is no longer in my collection, but it probably never should have been because I know I don't like the brown canvas. And I was kind of hoping that the painted flowers over it would distract me from the brown canvas behind it. But of course it didn't because I fixated on it and I went looking for it, if you know what I mean. So that didn't really work and I think that was probably one of my worst purchases this year. But in my defence, and thankfully, there's very, very few of them. Especially when it comes to handbag type money. Next in this could have been an absolute disaster, but thankfully it wasn't. And it was the Prada leather bomber jacket. Now, when I ordered this, what was I thinking? This jacket was £6,200. I have absolutely no business ordering a Prada leather bomber jacket at £6,200. None at all. None. Just no business doing that. Far too much money. Thankfully when it came, and I ordered it on my credit card. I know better than that, but I got caught up in the moment. I loved it. I saw it on social media. It looked fabulous on the person wearing it. And I thought, ooh, I love that jacket. Order. No, Amelia. £6,200 on your credit card. Have you lost your mind? You're actually quite sensible when it comes to finances. I actually am very sensible with finances. I invest, I plan, I do all of that. Not in that moment, I didn't. Thankfully, when the jacket came home, it was far too big on me. The shoulders were far too big. The cut of the back of it was far too big. It was just the wrong cut and it completely swamped and drowned me. I looked lost in it, thankfully. I would hate to have been involved in the internal debate that would have went on in my mind if I had tried that jacket on and loved it. Because I wouldn't have wanted to send it back. But then a part of me would have been thinking, it's £6,200, you crazy woman. And that would have been a battle. Thankfully, it didn't work and it was an easy decision to send it back because I had no business buying that jacket in the first place. And the last on my worst purchases this year, I'm very glad this is a very short list. Now, before I do this, because I know a lot of you said don't buy that, I still love this. I am keeping this. Again, the problem with this is me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Because this bag, the Chanel Le Pause bag, which I still love, is described by Chanel as an evening bag. The clue is in the title, Amelia. Evening bag. This is not an everyday bag. This is not an everyday go shopping bag. I decided I was going to use it as an everyday go shopping bag and I took this shopping. This is a very oval shape. Can you see that? It is an oval shape. So your phone does not very easily fit in here. It does fit, but not easily. You have to set your phone into the part of the bag that is its very biggest. So if you imagine the rectangle that is its very biggest, you have to set your phone in there. But you have to set it in. This bag is far more Tetrisy than the Petite Mals. They're easy to use. No, they're not. Let's not lie on camera. They're easier to use than this if you want your phone in it. This is an evening bag, Amelia. But I decided I was going to use it going shopping. So if you can imagine putting your phone in, you have to put your phone and set it, as you can see, not easily, but you have to set it into the very biggest part of the bag. And then you can put your lip gloss, but not much else, but you can use it. So I took it shopping. And because you have to set this in exactly, whenever you're zipping it, and if you're not the most patient person, hi, I am not the most patient person. I was just setting my phone in, squishing my phone in, maybe still having my keys in the bottom on a lip gloss and trying to zip this up. So as I was zipping it up, I was literally catching the phone in the zip and pushing and pulling and making the zip go past. Like that. Yeah, like that. Making the zip go past it. And what I kept doing was catching my phone in it. See? I kept catching my phone in it. So I kept ripping. If you can see that this has an outer layer, and this, obviously, my lovely husband bought me a new one because I kept catching the zip and ripping my phone cover. Now, thankfully not the phone, but the cover. So you can see on both sides of this, it's not, oh no, they're up there too. I was about to say it's not so bad on one end. Oh, and there as well, every side of this. It has been caught and ripped. And that is because I was squishing this in to the bag and forcing the zip round and catching this in the zip. And it was destroying it, basically. So this, I still love this. This is not going anywhere. This is a me bag. And I will continue to use this and persevere with it. I will continue to use this if I'm going out or if I want to take it. If I want to take it shopping, I will still take it shopping and just know that that's what I'm in for. Now, the cover I've got on my phone now is slightly thinner. So hopefully that makes a very slight difference. But has to be one of my worst purchases for usability as a bag because I've slayed my phone to bits, my cover, because it's awkward. It is awkward to use. So you're having to set the phone, put the thing, definitely not easy. For me though, and because I'm crazy, I will keep this bag because I really like it and I will still use it and I will still put my phone in it. But if we're being honest, which we always are in this channel, one of my worst purchases as a bag to use because it's that fiddly. You have to get the phone in exactly. You don't get it exactly and that happens. You catch the phone in the zip and you might have a key in there and you might have, you know, a lip gloss or something, or you might have a bank card. Definitely not the easiest to use. So as usability goes, one of the worst. To be fair to Chanel though, they did title it an evening bag. Evening bags are not known for their ease of throwing everything in for a day's shopping, but why would Amelia listen to that? No, I just liked the print and decided I loved it. I do still love it, but it's not easy to use. Anyway, I have quite a few bags that are not easy to use and I'm always very frank about them. So if you want very honest reviews in any of those bags, take a look at them because you will find out about them, warts and all. Those are my best and worst purchases of 2024. Thankfully, the best side far outweighs the worst side, and none of the worst side were disasters. The Prada jacket could have been, but thankfully I saw sense early enough and it got shipped back. So that wasn't that bad. Let me know what you think of these. Let me know what you think of the best and the worst and what are your thoughts on any of these purchases. If you've enjoyed this in any way, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care and I will see you again in the next one.